I've also, for some reason, had a strange idea of wanting to make my hands more ambidextrous.
Oh yeah.
Because my feet are.
Yeah. Just
Like-
shit with both.
Huh? Yeah, I'm just absolutely. I just don't walk. I dwaddle. No, because in football, you know, when I was younger, I really wanted to make sure that my left foot.
I think your right's way better than your left.
Yeah, it is. It is. But I never wanted my left foot not to be capable of scoring.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
And it's capable of scoring in passing.
Yeah. You
While
don't wanna be
in
like the most-
kickboxing, who's calling me? Oh, hold up. Oh, I'm just answering back another time.
Yeah, that's right.
What's it called? What was I saying? Yeah, so but even in kickboxing, I made sure to train myself orthodox and southpaw.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that
So
makes
I
sense.
was-
That makes sense.
But even though my arms are ambidextrous, my hands aren't.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Do you
So
know
like
what I
riding,
mean?
Throwing.
Right.
I throw like a girl with my left hand. Like, can you imagine yourself throwing with your
I
left
have
hand?
thrown my left hand. It's not too bad. No. I mean, I think
I've got to
for
really
me,
think about it though. Like, I've really got to think about the form.
So
I'm like,
for me, no. I'm trying to
not
make.
natural.
I'm trying to make sure, rather than it being useful by itself,
yeah.
I want to train myself to be ambidextrous in a sense where I can move these fingers a different type of way to these fingers.
Yeah. I get you. Yeah,
Or
yeah.
like, you know how people will do one action while the other one's like doing this, or then the other hand's doing this or some shit.
Yeah.
Like even that struggle for me.
Sometimes, yeah. I think it's more so like just what you're doing, because like, for an example, if you're like playing a game, for an example, on computer, it's my left hand's like fine with like the WASD. I can do that shit fine, right? Because I've done it a lot in the past.
So much,
Because I've just done it a lot.
Yeah.
But like, if you told me to like, I don't know,
Or play piano
wank
with two
with
hands.
my left, I'd be fucking all over the place. You know what I'm saying?
Really? Are you that bad with your left?
Dude, why would I ever use my left? Except when I use both hands.
Just a difference. You
Except
just
when I use
feel
both hands.
like
No, because I'm there.
just to cheat on your main wife.
Nah.
You know,
So I think that's.
Is that left hand reserved for like other men? Is that what it is? Is it just
Yeah,
like,
so I feel like because like generally the guys have like kinks because they're
Right.
like they like straight guys obviously,
right.
and they're like they like because they're like I try to act like I don't
And
know what I'm
it
doing.
makes you
know?
seem even more innocent.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's the kink. It's like it's,
Right.
I don't.
I've
like,
never touched a dick
I
before.
don't know what I'm doing. See, look
I
how
don't even
awkward
touch
it
my
is.
own.
It's like, are you right-handed? No, I'm left-handed. It'll be even worse.
I'm mouth-handed.
That's normally how it goes.
Yeah.
I'm pretty like one-footed
Yeah.
considering, but I can do shit with my left.
I think due to a lot of the activities that I did when I was younger, like obviously football was a big contributor, but I think kickboxing and dancing, specifically folk dancing that I did.
Yeah.
That taught me a lot of like focus with one.
What kind of folk dancing can you do? Like what's?
With like Serbian folk dancing.
Yeah, but what is it? What is it like?
There's like different. It's I don't know how to explain it. It's just dancing. Like there's different techniques. Like it's a lot of like popping out the feet, like
yeah.
and then like maybe doing some spins and then going down on your knees and kicking up your feet.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that's cool. You gotta bust some moves out, bro.
Or like twisting your legs behind your like other leg.
You got to do some TikTok dances, like some
but Serbian ones.
to, like make some but like you got to do it with like a shirt off and your tits out, so that like you can get lots of views.
Well, right, yeah. There's no other way to get views on TikTok.
Yeah,
right?
so I think maybe if you did that would be fantastic and like really good for your growth as a human.
Right.
If you use
that kind of relates to what I was thinking about recently was there's this new Snapchat filter, so it basically shows you what you'd look like your other gender twin or whatever.
But it also glows you up.
Yeah,
it like glows you
a
up.
little bit. I personally, it looks like I just put on makeup. Do you know? So it's almost like
it looks like
you could pull that off.
It looks like
I could pull that.
It probably slims you down and then puts makeup.
I didn't look like slim my face down.
I think
that
every
much.
face filter normally does.
Right, but. Okay, regardless, you can still do that with makeup. You know, it's all deception.
It's
all deception, bro.
Yeah. So you think you could look that pretty?
Yeah, 100%. If I was a woman, if I transed. So I was thinking about it, right?
Yeah.
And I found a loophole, right? Because I can still be like like a lady boy, right? Which they usually keep their penises, right? And then if I just get fake tits, right?
Yeah.
And if I become a woman, that doesn't mean I have to, now I have to change my sexuality as well. No, I'm a lesbian.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to be a woman.
Well,
Kind of
that's what a lot of people do, isn't it?
Caitlyn.
Isn't that what a lot of people do? Yeah. Like, isn't that, yeah.
I don't know.
But, like,
a lot of people.
I don't know, because, like, yeah, that's a bit of a dodgy one, hey? Like, being like, yeah, no, I want to change, but I still like girls. Yeah?
Yeah, but what if you just felt like a girl, but you like girls anyways?
Yeah,
you're
it's
like
just strange.
You're like,
just, at that point, do you not think...
you feel like you need to have tits, but you...
At that point, do you feel like you're maybe just obsessed with...
You're obsessed with tits. You're just obsessed with tits.
Maybe.
Because you just like tits so much, so you're like, not only do the people that I like have to have tits, I have to have them.
Yeah.
And I have to have penis as well.
Yeah, I want to have everything.
I want to have all the genitalia.
Yeah,
because a butthole is a vagina. Just a dry one.
Hole. It's a hole.
It's a dry vagina.
It's a hole.
It's the dry.
Yeah, but you wouldn't call an ear a vagina. And a mouth a vagina.
A Chinese vagina.
And a mouth a vagina.
A mouth is probably like the craziest vagina.
I know, I agree, but it's not. The vagina isn't just the vagina. It's just a hole. It's the hole that you're looking for. A hole doesn't represent.
No, because okay, you're telling me that all the other holes feel as good as the vagina does.
No, I agree. Vagina, but I'm just saying, like, I think the vagina is A tier, S tier actually.
Okay, S tier, and then like butthole, I guess is like...
No, mouth is next. I think mouth.
Right, but a mouth can't squeeze. Like, she can bite down on your dick.
Yeah, but it has more of the natural, like, sloppiness.
Right, I guess so. Yeah, it's
which
got
is
the
what
saliva.
I
I guess yeah. There's,
you know?
Okay.
I get the arsehole probably in that case. I've never done anal, so like.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but like.
But has anyone done to you?
Yeah, plenty of times. My favorite, like, to receive.
Yeah.
My vagina isn't that.
You're a wide receiver.
Yeah, my vagina isn't that nice.
Right.
So, welcome back.
Welcome back to
We've
episode.
had so many...
Did we even change?
Well, no, because last week didn't go out because we didn't
That's
record.
right, yeah.
Well, we did.
Well, we did record, but then we realized...
To be fair,
the mic in the other room recorded us.
Yeah, and it's like...
it's a long story of technical
And
issues that we
it was the day,
consistently have.
It was the
That's
day
our
back.
Consistency.
It was the day that I flew back from the Gold Coast, and like I was like jet lagged and probably hungover, and then we just went. I think it wasn't, and maybe it was a good thing. Maybe we
Maybe it was a good thing because I think we said a few displeasing things.
Probably.
No, I'm joking. We said that.
Yeah,
every
we said
podcast.
that.
Doesn't really matter.
Speaking
Speaking of displeasing things, Kanye.
That's like, yeah.
Kanye continues to, they're like, all right, bro, you got a technical, you got to relax, bro. He's just still going.
He's
in the
fouled
paint.
out.
He's
out. He's out of the game.
He's on the sidelines and he's still trying to jump in as an extra player. They're like, Kanye, it's over. Like, the game is over.
It was. The only thing. There is a couple things. First of all, I kind of, in a weird way, respect his just nature to double down.
Right. Same. And
just to be like, fuck it, let's just keep going.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. Let's burn. Let's burn these fucking breaks out.
Yeah, he's literally... Do you think he's got to a point now where, like, he's... Like... Because I remember I was listening to Father Stretch My Hands yesterday, and when he says, like... He says in it, like, I'd be worried if they say nothing, because that's the bigger problem.
Right.
Do you think he just goes now with that point of view to the point where it's just like, it doesn't actually fucking matter? Like, I know he's banned from Twitter now, for an example, but, like, no one's... If Kanye drops music... No one's going to be like, nah, we're not going to put his music on a platform.
They're still going to listen to it, yeah.
No one's going to be like, nah. Like, he's still probably the one, like, if like, it's...
Well, do you know why they're not going to do it? Because why would they lose money?
Yeah, exactly. So it's
the
like...
DSPs make money from his streams.
So,
he's one of the most streamed artists of all time. You're not going to fucking... And if you tell him he can't put his music up, then he'll be like, all right, I'll take my whole catalog down.
Yeah, and he will just go put it somewhere else.
Right.
And he'll make the money.
Yeah.
Because people will go listen to it.
Well, that's what he tried with the STEM player.
Exactly.
It didn't really work per se.
Yeah, no, but like, if he just did it, like, if he literally just created his own website and, like, just an app that you could download just for Kanye music, people will go there and just listen to Kanye's music.
Yeah.
Because that is how much influence he has.
Right.
So, like, I get, like, it, and I don't think you also can't... You can't tell a company. I guess you can. You can tell a company anything to say don't do this. But like at the end of the day, if they don't, it's not your it's not your problem.
When you're in that kind of position, do you think that usually is the way you go? For example, like when you want to, in some sense, oppose the larger structures, the major distributors, rather than going through them, people go like, for example, JME when he made that album with just CDs.
Yeah.
That he made, and didn't make that many, and he just sold them. And then like Kanye kind of tried that with the stem player. So like, is that the way to like kind of fight back? Is like, okay, well, all right, you're not gonna let me put my music, or you're gonna fuck with me while I'm trying to put my music up. Fuck you. I'm just gonna release physical copies, and I know I have enough fans that even if I sell it at like $50 an album, right?
That'll be plenty, yeah. For like, right. even if you look at JME's case, whatever he did sell it for, he would have had so many people that would have bought it just for the like.
Well, and that's the interesting part of being,
imagine Kanye
being an independent artist with a cult following, or enough of a following to like, you know, propel you through. Yeah. Like, let's say you have 1,000 hardcore fans, right? And each week you release a single, but you're like to them, all right, like, please, the thousand of you that really care about me, but instead of just stream my song, buy my song on iTunes for $2-3, right? And he's releasing songs every week, right? And that's just your 1,000 main core fans. You might have like another 9,000 listening, right? And so, fuck, man, like in a week, that's a lot of money.
Yeah. No, like
more than some artists make.
I don't think money will be the issue. I think money is not the problem for Kanye. I don't think Kanye gives a fuck at this stage.
I think you can say that to a point, but when everyone starts not only shutting you off, but kind of fucking with your business, it's hard to say that money doesn't matter, because eventually you get to a point where even your connections that you might have thought would save you or like have any sort of assistance to you, even they cut you off.
Yeah, I'm not, but Kanye, first of all, Kanye knows that would happen with what he's saying anyway.
Right, because he's basically, now he's legitimately saying, oh, Hitler, like, he was like, what he was trying to say in this Alex Jones podcast
it's fucked, but yeah.
Everyone has a bit of good in them, right? But he said it in such a fucking shit way.
If he stopped it there when he said everyone has something to offer in the world.
Oh, but it's because they kept questioning him. But you still, even if they question, he's like, well, even Hitler had good, and he was saying how like without Hitler,
didn't he was like he created the mic, like he
credited Hitler with like 2 inventions, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
But I know, see, even that's wrong, because it's like, well, no, it wasn't Hitler that was sitting in there and fucking
Mike.
He's only credited because he was the acting president or leader of the country, and he was like, okay, you guys I'm gonna get all these fucking scientists and brilliant people together, and like, I understand he orchestrated it. I guess you could say he did what do they call it now? Social engineering.
Yeah.
Okay. He socially engineered Nazi Germany, right? Let's say that. But I just think
I get the thing that I get from him, right? The thing that I understand completely is the fact that he's trying to make a point where there are certain things in life or certain ideologies that we have now fear-mongered into public knowledge,
right,
to say this is bad.
Right.
You cannot touch this.
Right.
And
no,
there is
it's not even about
things,
touching it. You can touch the subject,
but
you have to say horrible things.
Yeah, you can't say anything.
Well, no, you can't say
have nuance towards the conversation.
Right.
You can't have anything. It has to always be, this is terrible.
He was a bad person. He only did terrible things.
Yeah. And then there's also, and I think what all he's trying to do, and this is why it comes across so terribly, is he's trying to say, hey, look, there is a huge issue with the Jewish media at the moment.
Right.
And the problem is he keeps then just weighing it up against the Nazis. That is where the problem is.
Not only
going.
the Nazis, but he keeps saying Jewish media, and it's like, it's not only them that are involved, and then I understand. Look, there's always a little bit of truth in what he's saying. It just isn't exactly he's not pinpoint correct. Do you know what I mean? He's not so factual.
And until he, like, if you're not going to be pinpoint correct with every sentence, you can't generalize and then just say things like Jewish media.
Right.
You have to say these people in these companies.
Or you can say
unless you can pinpoint it. But that's what I'm saying. Like, unless he pinpoints the people, he can't just then generalize, because he's generalizing the other way.
Right.
Because that's where it's going in. That's where it's going wrong. You can't generalize and then generalize. Like, it just doesn't work. That's the problem that he's having.
No, I think you definitely can say it. It's just more so that you have to be aware of the consequences that come with it. And the fact that he is aware of them and he keeps doubling down, and like, I think he's aware that what he's saying is wrong now, obviously, and he's just feeding more into it. Like, he even did this like thing like where he pulled out like a net, and he was like,
Yeah.
and he basically like taking the piss out of the Israeli prime minister or something.
Yeah.
Anyways, he's basically just the problem is that he's exposing people in cahoots and they don't like it, and obviously there is a bit of fear mongering, and like it's not right for him to do something like this. And a part of it is also his own ego, and it's 100% projection because it's like
if
he's
like
getting shat on.
The point that is correct is that he is trying to say at the end of the day, these people aren't like he's trying to say these people aren't good people. Right. But for some reason, we're saying these people, which did a terrible thing, were a terrible group of people and were some of the worst people of all time.
Yeah.
They're looked at in this certain light, and you can't have any conversation about them.
Right.
But these terrible people don't get spoken about.
Right.
And that's the problem though, is that the fact if he compared it to. If he could have compared it to anything, I think listen here, right? If he compared it to like the Chinese regime right now,
right,
would he be getting any sort of shit? Because it's all about and that's my point with why I think sort of understand.
I think he'd have to learn Chinese he'd have to learn Chinese and apologize, just like fucking.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, honestly, maybe. Yeah, maybe. But you know what I'm saying? But like, he would have so many people on his side in that case.
Yeah.
Because he would have the entire Muslim community on his side because they'd be like, yeah, that's fucked up. What's going on over there? And they'd be on his side. But like. There's certain things you can compare things to, but obviously because it's Jews and then the Nazis, he's hitting close to home, and he's like making it more personal than he needs to be,
and he's doing that on purpose.
Yeah, 100%, which is why I understand why he's getting all the shit. But like, I also think Kanye knows exactly what he's doing.
He knows what he's doing.
Like he's gonna no one's ever gonna stop listening to him because he's one of the best musicians there's ever been,
right?
And you can't stop that no matter what he says. This is the thing as well. If you don't want to listen to him. Don't listen to him.
Right.
If you don't want him to have any influence, all you can do is not let him influence you.
Right.
Done.
Yeah.
You got to hope that everyone else doesn't get influenced. You can talk to the people that you talk to and try and maybe talk to them about it. But there's no you going online and going fuck dude, like look at all this. You just make it even bigger.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think the point is that
like what we're doing,
you monitoring him and but
we don't give a fuck.
Sort of kind of structuring things for. People, what it is, all of these people think that because they feel like they're following a good motive, it's okay to structure media in a way where only these things can be seen and these things should be heard. And if someone's saying these bad things, no one should even see them. And it's like, no, you also need to see examples of terrible things. You just need to hope that people can filter it and be aware that, oh my God, look, that's crazy.
Well, if you look at it, there's other examples as well. Like if you look in the UK media is pretty much run by BBC. And if you look at like where that all runs to, it's all ran to I can't remember who the fucking guy's name is at the top of all that now. But like,
it's probably a black guy because it's BBC.
Yeah, it definitely isn't. But he that's the problem that they have with like the Saudi Arabian clubs coming to like the Premier League and all that kind of thing that's going on is because like we have like this sneaky link with Saudi Arabia where everything's all good,
right?
But like realistically, the shit that's going on there is dreadful and like but like again, that's another thing where because the actual mainstream media. They don't want to talk about that, so everything is just suppressed. Which is also another.
The reason they don't. It's not that they don't want to talk about it. It's that they can't because.
Oh
who pays them?
Yeah. Like we can't sit here and say fuck the fucking producer at BBC. Why aren't you being a bigger man? And fucking showing a real life.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck do you mean? I'm trying to get paid. I'm trying to look for my family. Yeah, I'm like, I've got this job that I'm really proud of. I've worked my fucking ass. That's this is the same thing with the World Cup where like everyone wants these footballers to go out and fucking protest about these gay right armbands. Yeah. Like you think that you would work your entire fucking life to become a professional footballer, get to a World Cup, just so that you can then go
and lose.
No, but also get like a yellow card and then you get banned. Yeah. Like that's what like people were going off for like defenders who weren't wearing the armband. Yeah. So, and they were going to get straight yellow straight away at the start of the game. That's what if you get another one? You're out for 2 games.
Yeah. Fucking. Oh, and then your World Cup spell ends
Because you had to wear an and like at the end of the day,
but then the people go, but he stood for something, and that's way more important than the World Cup. Not when it's your dream.
No, not 100%. And like these footballers didn't grow up politicians.
And also,
these
you know what the funniest thing,
like,
you know what the fucking funniest thing is? It's the opposite reaction that you get is when someone is a sportsman and they start talking about politics and they start talking about things that they oppose. It's like, just shut up and dribble. Just shut up and dribble. Why is he talking about this? But then it's like, no, they should all be showing something. And it's like, look, I understand everyone wants to exhibit what they want to like protect and donate towards and what they want to share and their ideologies and stuff. But it's like, you're mixing it in with something that's just supposed to be sport and competition. Yeah. And it's like, I understand no racism in the game. Yeah, no shit, because there shouldn't be races within the players or anything. It's like no homophobia. It's like, you don't even know if the guy's gay. How do you know if he's fucking gay? Well, just by playing, the way he dribbles the ball, who's definitely gay?
Yeah, like...
I think it's fair when you bring out things that actually might be involved within the game. But not when political things...
But also, and as deep and as unfortunate as it is, you choose to be gay. You do.
Right.
You choose to be gay. Like,
right, because you can
choose to suck a dick and you can choose to eat pussy.
And you know what also you can choose? You can choose to pray the gay away.
No, but that people will be really upset.
I've heard it works.
People will be really upset because like no, you can't choose to be like, you know.
Yeah,
but like,
you're born
even if you're gay, right? You can
choose not to pray. You can pray it away at a church.
No, but you can also go to Qatar. Say if you were a gay footballer, right?
You can go to Qatar.
You could go to Qatar.
They'll murder you.
And just don't suck dick while you're over there. Don't suck dick in Qatar. How about that? How about for a couple of weeks?
Well, it's just like the alcohol thing. No alcohol at the stadium.
Exactly. Don't suck dick for a couple of weeks. So you're not. But hey, if you're a black guy. You can't just not be black for a couple of weeks while you go to Qatar.
Right.
So like you understand,
they're going to be racist.
You understand the no racism thing.
Yeah, no one knows.
Don't be racist.
No one can tell your sexuality.
That's what I'm saying. So it's got nothing to do with the sport. But like that. So I understand. It's like it. Yeah, it's just so stupid. I don't get it. And then like people just,
it's just I just don't get it when it starts becoming so much of like a it's so politicized that it almost seems like a facade pushed on by FIFA, that it's like, oh, forget about all the backwards corruption that's going on with us. Forget about all the money laundering. Forget about all the criminal organization. Forget about all the real dark fucked up shit that no one speaks about. Look at us, we're promoting this great thing.
Yeah.
And we're angry at the Qataris. Oh no, but we're not angry at them still having slavery.
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird because I actually haven't minded. I've quite enjoyed this World Cup.
This World Cup's been great.
In terms of like entertainment as well, it's been good. Like I think it's good when you just let footballers be footballers, let them be the sports stars that they want to be. Like they've grown there and fucking worked so hard their entire life to do. They're living their dream right now.
Yeah,
just let them do that,
dude.
Do you know what's crazy as well? Elon Musk has put this all out on Twitter and he says he's going to continue to do it. Like hate crime on like what they consider hate speech on Twitter has apparently gone all the way down, which is like crazy because I always notice in World Cup times is the least like problematic times in the world. Like it's one of those times that you're like, for some reason my work is obsessed with it. We're in Australia. We're in Australia.
No one gives a fuck about football until the World Cup.
Australia did all right. It helps a little bit that they.
But now,
even like the community, everyone gets involved. Right. It's the same. It's like there's not many things that do it.
And Australia is very multicultural, so you have a lot of people that are supporting their own country.
Yeah, and it's a time of just like weird like togetherness. So like when you have like these huge tournaments, and then you're like having a fucking huge hissy fit. It's like no, you're not seeing the bigger picture right now. If you compared like the way we are right now, and I know it's obviously not a great circumstance how everything happened in Qatar to make everything. Yeah. But like if you compare this to how probably the World Cup in 1960 was made, how many people probably died there? We're probably in a lot better state. Yeah. We're probably in a lot better position. We're probably doing it better. Yeah. And again, that doesn't mean it's good. Right. You know, maybe the last ones were done better. Right. I don't know what happened in Russia to make the stadiums. Right. But like, you know, it's just like it's so. It can always be better.
Do you know who fucking built the Russian fucking stadiums? Probably just some homosexual like fucking prisoners, just like
the ones You
just get sent to prison for being gay in Russia. Basically,
do you know why as well?
I'm just joking, by the way, but they probably I'm probably not far from wrong.
Do you know why though? But like, because if gay wasn't a choice, if gay was just you were gay, and like
I think. Look, I fully agree with you. I think it's nature and nurture.
No, but I'm saying like they would be able to test you at birth. They'd be like, oh, this is gay. Chuck him in prison.
You can
hear that white noise? Dude, there's something going wrong with my life, eh? I hear white noise right now.
Yeah, it's is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, the white noise.
There's bugs outside. That's your fridge. Yeah.
Was that English?
What do you mean? There's bugs outside and that's your fridge. The
white noise. It's just gone away, I think. There was white noise. I see. There's something fucked up with my ears, man.
Yeah, you got something wrong with you.
Yeah, I think I listened to
are you hearing
loud
like
music too much?
Like that kind of noise, like
no, that one was like quite a potent white noise sound.
Oh, like
yeah, like kind of like a TV, like a light TV static sort of thing.
I can just hear the crickets in the fucking fridge.
No, it wasn't that. Yeah, I'm listening to that now. No, it wasn't that.
Wow.
It was like, I probably should. I think I listened to too much loud music.
Right.
Because I have it on just full volume,
right.
like all the time.
Bro, think about it now. You're
gonna get it even worse.
You're the eyes, right? You're the eyes.
Yeah.
I'm the ears.
Yeah. No, that's it. We got to just combine together. We're gonna stay together all the time.
Fuse, bro.
We'll stay together all the time.
I'll be like, I'll close my eyes. I'll be like, Jack, guide us. And when it's too dark, I'll be like, I got this.
How have you? Obviously, you went out in the World Cup now. No more
yeah.
Serbia,
I never really, it's terrible to say. I never really expected Serbia to get too far, just because of the way that we deal with situations, especially when it's like
How did you play? Did you watch the full Switzerland game?
They played well.
Because I thought
they did play well. It wasn't that. It's just because they got frustrated and they started getting like real. Because look,
Switzerland are a good national team as well.
Let me just give some context to people that don't understand.
But also, okay, before you do you think on paper you have a better team than the Switzerland team, like player for player? Because I think you do.
Yes, we do.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
So
you have better stars. Like you have. Like, you have a lot better. Like, yeah.
So within the Swiss team, I think there's 2 or 3
good players. All Albanians.
Albanians from Kosovo.
Yeah.
Kosovo was once Serbia, now an independent state. And the last time we versed them, there was some beef between some of our players and the players of Xhaka and Shaqiri.
Yeah, mowing those two, weren't it?
Specifically those two.
Yeah.
And then once again, Serbia was once again provoked by Xhaka when Xhaka grabbed his dick and was like basically like said something.
Was that aimed towards Vlahovic's thing? Was that aimed towards that? Because that's what I heard.
No. He said something in Serbian too.
I thought it was aimed towards because you know how Vlahovic scored and then he grabbed his dick. Did you see that?
Yeah. No, I saw that.
I respected that. Like he was just like fucking I was like, football was just like I kind of respect that.
No, he did it towards the bench, the Serbian bench, and apparently said something to him in Serbian as well.
Yeah, because that's what I thought though. It would be related to like that, to try and just
could be. I have no idea.
Yeah.
Anyways, regardless. The Serbian players got even more heated. They all try to fight fucking Xhaka, which I felt. Look, I know my people are very combustive kind of people. We're very just kind of like, especially when something fucking pisses us off.
Yeah,
like we're a snappy kind of people. Let's say.
I've noticed.
What do you mean? Shut up, bro. How are we doing that? How is he doing that? So, and look, I just feel like sometimes it's better to not take those provocations so much because it's like, just play the game.
Do you know there's a big part, and this is a part of football that I was always incredibly good at. It's an art form staying calm out there and not staying calm in like, I guess staying calm, but just like being on top of the mental game out there. And this is something weirdly that Granit Xhaka now, because I've watched Granit Xhaka. I've played for like 5-6 years at Arsenal. Yeah. For the first 4 years or 3.5, I'd say. He was dreadful at it. He was on the opposite side where he would be the one that gets wound up. And it happens all the time. It's like a weird culture shift you have to have in your team.
Yeah.
But now, like, it's weird because how he's done like a 180. Yeah. He is so good at riling people up. And then just being like, for an example, when he's getting strangled there, he knows exactly what he's doing. He doesn't care. He's not going to bounce back. He's not going to do anything.
They're not going to hit him. Yeah,
exactly. He knows he's not getting anything done to him because he's on a fucking where he is.
Stage,
yeah. So he knows he's going to get them more and more riled up from it.
Well, yeah, so and that's what fucked him.
Yeah. So fucked him. And I think like look, it's hard at the same time. Because I've after being around Serbian people, I can definitely tell you like it's just emotion. Right, you're very emotional.
Well, very emotional, passionate kind of. So because like once the emotion runs, it's like whatever our passion is, it's like right into it. Like
Which is like it's got its pros and it has its negatives, which is like on display there when it comes to like when it comes to a World Cup, which I think now or the way
you
football
have to have
is,
some sort of composure.
Also, just the way football is now, where everything is so tactical,
theatrical.
but also so tactical in terms of like every element before a game now is analysed.
Right.
So you'll have like
what
how
you're
many
thinking
tactical
about, what you're
analysis
doing.
watching teams. You'll have people going, okay, this player don't do this, don't do that, do this, do this.
Yeah.
Where to the point, like Xhaka would have been told before the game, get on this game. Fucking piss him off. Because like it's
it's and you can't blame him. It's all mental games. It's like he's aware of the history between our people. He's aware that not only that, but he's aware of their history between the two teams because they've already scuffled once. So it's almost like fuck yous, like you know what I mean. So
as an
like,
Arsenal fan, I can't
even hate him for it. I don't at all because it's something that I would personally use.
No. Xhaka actually as well. If you like know about his life, he seems like a fucking sick kind of. He seems like a sick dude. Like to be fair, like for like very respectable life. Really.
And how do we feel about Australia?
I'm disappointed. No, man, they did well. They did really like the fact that they even like took it to Argentina at times.
Yeah,
like, that's the thing. Like I think with a lot of teams, and there's a couple of teams that have done it as well. I think South Korea have been really good for it. Japan are fucking so good at it in terms of like this underdog. Like we're gonna attack.
Yeah.
Like because I look at like a lot of teams. Like there's a lot of teams out there. Like for an example, my big one is Poland.
Right.
Poland are playing tonight against France, and I don't know how they got through because the way they play is just so defensive, and they're gonna get whooped by France. I'm pretty sure. Like there's certain, and, like there's these big teams that go out and they play.
But
so
Australia was solid as a team.
That's what I mean.
Defensively,
but they also tried to go forward. They weren't negative. They weren't like just sitting back holding on for dear life
and then wait for the counter.
Exactly, they went 1-0 up against France, and so I think give good credit. I think. It's really interesting. I've been listening to a lot about Australian football. I say a little bit. There's this you won't know anything about this. This guy that grew up in Sydney. He's an Italian. I think he was either Italian born or he's just an Italian family. His name's Christian Valpato. Essentially, he was playing like NPL level, and Western Sydney Wanderers and Sydney FC both like rejected him as a youth prospect and whatever. As a 16-year-old, when he went back to Italy to pursue football, he's now in Roma's first team, and he's like their brightest prospect. And he's just gone to the Australian national team. Fuck you, because the whole youth system, they always kept fucking him off, saying no, you're not good enough. Now
so he's going to play for Italy.
Well, that's his dream. Wow. So that's what he's trying to do.
Yeah, because you're like,
if he was in the Australian national team, he'd be the best player by far. Best player by far. And it's like people were like, he's fucking. He looks good from what I've seen. Yeah. So like, and I didn't even realize. I didn't even know about him. Didn't even know about him. So like, respect to him. I have respect for that kind of shit because the football here is so backwards. I'm hearing stories like recently about Cameroon. The reason why they struggle so much is because to play for Cameroon you have to pay. Crazy.
Wow.
And they said, so I can't remember who the player was, and I apologize.
Pay to play. Wow, they took the whole Call of Duty and like Fortnite concept.
And but I can't remember the player who it is, but they were like asking him to pay to play, and he was like, nah, fuck that, I'm not paying. There was another nation he can go to, and that's why they just go across go to France, live there and fucking go play.
Just get it registered.
Why would you deal with that like that? And that's the one, and that's the problem with Australia, because that's the same thing here. Like that's why America's going to be in America's going to be a superpower in football soon. Because they know that they now know.
They've always known what to do.
There's a shit ton of money in there. They're just going to chuck a bunch of fucking athletes in college, and they're like, you can already see the American team is already so much better than it was 8 years ago. Like just in terms of the quality of player they're producing and the athlete, they're all athletes. And it's like that's the problem with all of these a lot of African teams I know are like it. Just go to Europe and just fucking it's stupid, man. You shouldn't be playing if you're that good. You shouldn't be playing. Yeah, because you already cut off the bottom 75% of people because they can't play at the highest level because they can't afford it. Families can't afford that. Yeah. So you've then just lost first of all majority And if you look at weirdly the people that are generally in poor communities, they're normally the better athletes.
Well, yeah, because there's a deeper hunger for what you desire, because you're you're not so comfortable to just be like, it's okay if I don't succeed as a football player. Yeah. It's more like, if I don't succeed as a football player, me and my family are going to be poor forever.
Exactly.
I'm going to end up fucking hating my life, kill myself, become a drug dealer. You're not.
Think about it. Think about it the other way. Think about the rich kid that can afford to play. Why does he have to worry about fucking playing football? He can go work on his dad's fucking business. And fucking make bank.
Like, I'm not saying that people that are in that situation aren't going to succeed and have the dream accomplished. It's just, it's not like it's harder for them to accomplish it either, but it's not easier. You know, there's obviously like
different challenges. It's different challenges.
Yeah,
it's a different mental game.
Yeah,
and that I think is like basically bred down to how you're raised by your parents. I think personally, like how you attack. Like,
but I'm telling you, the person that's hungry, that's got no PlayStation, that has no friends, that has no nothing, and that trains because the ball is all they have.
He's shitting on you. You got no chance.
You know what I mean? You're wasting at least 6-7 hours of your day playing video games, being on your phone. That kid in the favelas has just got a ball.
And to say that kid can't play because he can't, it's just it's stupid for the nation.
It's stupid.
Like, it's stupid for the nation. I don't get it. It's all backwards. But
it's almost like it's almost like basically just like being like, no, you're too poor to play.
Yeah.
You're like it's like only the rich can play.
Yeah, it's just backwards. I think like it's interesting. Like England, I think England, we're gonna win this game. I think we're versing Senegal tonight.
Yeah.
And then we got France. France or Poland, and that's when we'll probably go out. Probably.
Yeah. You never know.
Hey, if it happens.
Honestly, I'm in a bit of a situation because I low key want to support Japan, but I'm partly Croatian, so I also kind of.
Oh yeah, that one will be a tough game for you.
But to be honest, I personally like as much as it'll be cool to see Croatia win. It's gonna sound so fucking weird, but for some reason, Japan winning would mean so much. Something's way more to me.
Yeah, no, I
get it.
I get it. I get it.
It's because if Japan wins the World Cup, right?
Yeah.
It's going to be way bigger of a story, right? Because Croatia last fucking time they got
to the final.
Yeah, second place anyway. So it's kind of like, oh, well,
yeah,
you know, they're pretty deserving, I guess.
They're a decent team. They're a good team. Right. They've got some fucking great players.
But if Japan wins, then I can finally be free, because then everyone else will believe in the power of anime.
The power of anime, I've realized, is incredibly strong. And as much,
do you know what? You want me to give you another theory on what? Every time Izzy did some anime shit, or was more of like animated, kind of inspired by it, he won all of his fights.
Was it this last fight that he was doing all that shit with Sean Strickland? Or was that the fight before?
The fight before.
Yeah, that makes sense, because that's when he was being all cringe and shit, right?
Right. This fight,
no anime,
anime kind of stuff. Normal entrance. No, like, you know, he wasn't like... He had his confidence and his, like, championship, but he didn't... And maybe God behind him, but he didn't have the power of anime behind him.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, when people listen to this, they go, that's so fucking hard. That's such a fucking dumb theory, da-da-da. Believe me, I have a deeper theory to this. Yeah. Right? The reason I say the power of anime, and I'm actually mean that I actually think this is a real thing.
Like, yeah, it's like I think I know where you will be going.
Where I'm taking this is, okay, the first part to understand it is energy. Energy is transferable, right?
Yeah.
If enough people believe in something, there's almost like an aura or an energy to it, right? Their people are so obsessed with the anime, and not only that the guy that drew the most recent one of the most popular animes right now is called Blue Lock. It's a football anime.
Yeah, the football one that you
sent, yeah. And the guy that draws it up designed Japan's shirts.
Oh, really? That's cool.
Right?
Yeah.
So that's already one thing that's a little bit weird, right? That you're bringing from a different world, right, into the real life. There's already power to that, I believe.
Yeah.
Then the next thing is like there's almost that kind of belief that, like, if you believe in stories,
anything can happen.
Right.
Yeah.
Because
that's why the momentum now could be so strong,
dude.
In terms of, because they just beat like two mental teams.
They beat possibly the two best, two of the two people you could say, yeah, they could win.
Yeah,
but they could win.
Exactly. They could win the whole thing. Yeah.
And when I say there's a power of anime, there's probably a power to mythology as well. Do you know what I mean? Like, the people that believe in these stories it doesn't always have to be mythology or, like, there's a storyline that you're following, an archetype. And
it's placebo, right? But placebo is a thing.
But also behind that archetype, there is universal energy.
Yeah.
That's why that archetype keeps repeating, right? There's a reason for it. And people are born with archetypes within them already. So it's almost like it's ancestral. It's ancestral traits and energy that's constantly transferred. And that's why I actually think that there's such a thing as like the power of anime or like the power of movies. Like someone that really truly, like, someone that's really truly delusional and believes that they've like might be like a superhero. One day they might pull off some crazy shit just because they believed it.
Yeah, I get what you mean. Like, manifestation.
Right.
It is like, I get what you mean. Like, and the aura, I do believe in the aura. Like, I think definitely the momentum in that whole I can't imagine what Japan will be like right now.
Oh,
like
dude.
it would be sick just being there, like with like
right.
in terms of the football community
right.
there. I think it would just be crazy
right.
because I think of what it's like here in Australia and the people that don't because people don't really give a shit about football here.
Right.
People will care more there already,
way more.
And then their team's decent. Their team's
they've
got good players.
Yeah.
And then they're doing what they're doing. Like they're going out and actually just like doing like playing.
Well, almost doing the impossible every time.
Yeah, but also not looking bad. Like
right.
looking tactical, looking like they they know what they're doing.
It's never really looking lucky.
Yeah.
It is looking almost forced.
Yeah.
Not forced, but you know what I mean? Like willed out. Like
yeah.
Every time they do it, it's almost like you see them evolve.
It's intensity.
It's almost like you're seeing them go past their own limit and being like, I'm going further.
Their game against Spain was so interesting because Spain are like the polar opposites of what they do.
Yeah, and that first goal was insane. Because out of the box goal.
Yeah, and then but also like that on the line thing, that's crazy.
Yeah,
as well. Like
just
legitimately
the middle, just because one of the one of the white fucking grass was just where the ball was just like
the ball was technically over, but not the whole thing, which is crazy.
Yeah, not the whole thing. Yeah, because it's not counting what's touching the surface.
Yeah.
It's counting
the whole ball has to go over
the
the whole line. Yeah, which is like like the fact that it would have been millimeters. I still want to see a photo of it like directly from above.
Yeah,
because they will have one. They'll have like the ground technology. I'm surprised they haven't shown it. But like that must have been so small. But also just like the idea, because Spain, like I think Spain had like 80% possession in that game, which is a very Spanish thing. They take their time, but as soon as the Japanese got the ball, it was just intensity and how quickly they could like move. And like that was just like, it was beautiful for that reason, where you could see like two different.
Well, it's the lesser story.
Yeah, but also like you sit there and think, why the fuck in Spain, who's got 80% of the possession, which this is something which is I know even playing football, it's hard to say just play at this intensity, but you have to have that ability to switch. It's all good being able to like ping it around and like keep the ball.
But there has to be bursts of. There has to be transitions between speed.
Yeah. Because speed is the most important thing. I remember I always used to say when we were playing indoor, is the most important thing is playing at a pace. Yeah. And like keeping that pace going.
Yeah. And then bursting.
Because it's all good. Because like it always because it's paid in like peaks and troughs. Like they'll have moments where you're seeing that kind of regain it, and you go again and you're like so it's like it's interesting. But like that Spain team, when you play like that, which I understand the way of playing it, it's like it's changed the world. Yeah. But like you have to have more intensity. Right. Like if you're going which Japan just showed. Like it doesn't matter how much you do, as long as you do something at that time, it's fucking all that matters. So respect to the Japanese.
Yeah, well, and that's definitely why I'm cheering on.
So I get it, man, because like I'm not like, first of all, I'm not really patriotic like that. Yeah. Like I lived in England for 5 years and I've lived in Australia for
and I'm not really that patriotic either. Like I love my country and my people, but it's just like it's not like, you know how like back in the days,
I'd rather watch a good game than like us like bang out a 1-0 or also like just
0-0.
Yeah, like a 0-0. Like, I'd rather just watch a good game of football and like enjoy myself, and like I'd rather like support a player that I think like plays well. Or, like I'd rather that shit. Like I'm not like I'm club over country anyway. Like I'd rather Arsenal win a fucking league than, because I just think like I chose like Arsenal, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like I didn't choose where I was born. Like I was just so I don't really care that much, you know.
I wanted to see how much. I'll answer later. How much how can I put this question? How much of a different effect do you think the someone's actual will has between the World Cup or league games? And what I'm trying to say is, let's say two players have quite a bit of a skill gap, right?
Yeah.
but there's almost like that skill gap is almost filled by almost that patriotic will or wishing to win. Because there's definitely some players that will say they play better when they play for their country because there's like a deeper meaning to it. Yeah. While with the club, it's like, they're paying me.
There'll be some players that prefer the club. There'll be some players that play the
exactly.
club. Yeah.
Because some people will see it as like, this club pays me. These are my teammates
the fans love me here.
These are my teammates that I love.
Yeah.
These are my fans that love
family
me.
Sort of thing.
Right. Yeah. And so I'd say like, Francesco Totti always played better for Roma than
also like right now, Kevin De Bruyne.
Right.
Like right now, because he probably, if I was Kevin De Bruyne, I'd hate playing national football.
Right.
Fucking goalkeeper's fucking my ex. Fucking everyone's old and everyone's like kind of playing like shit. I'm fucking one of the best players in the world.
Yeah, yeah.
And like I'm struggling. And
it's
it's just like, why would you enjoy going to that atmosphere?
Yeah.
When at Man City everything's so fucking great.
Yeah.
So it's like the intensity is different. He fucking balls out at City. Yeah. So it's like, I get what you mean. It's all about atmosphere and shit as well. Yeah. So like I think it's all lost in that, because the difference between like a player who's like this, like say in terms of skill level, he's a fucking 80%. He's like 80. Okay, say he plays in the Premier League for Crystal Palace. Right. If he then goes to his national team and he is the most patriotic man in the world, I think he's playing like a man that would play for like a Liverpool.
Well, it's
like
the difference.
Chelsea.
It's the difference between the people that went to war, the ones that ran away, and the ones
difference.
that
But I'm just saying the skill level, I don't think actually matters. I don't think at that level of football anyway.
Yeah,
it doesn't fucking matter.
I think it does. If there's a big gap.
No, but they're all like, these are all the elite of the elite.
Right.
Like if you think about it, right, you've got 11 players in each team, right, for 20 teams. Right. That's not many players.
Yeah.
That's what 200 people. Yeah. The difference between 1 and 200, it's not gonna be it's not gonna be the biggest thing in the world. The difference between 1 and 20,000.
What it would be it would legitimately be a moment to moment difference.
Yeah, exactly. So any Premier League football that came and played,
just like UFC.
Yeah.
On some nights, someone's gonna win a fight. On the other night, the other guy might have won.
And so much of it is psychology. So much of it is like how like motivated
that's what I'm saying.
you are.
Will, mental game.
100%. Because how much do you think, right? For an example, when you see Premier League teams going to play Man City, how many of them do you think are defeated before they even go on the field?
A lot of them.
No shit.
Yeah.
Like, but
that's the wrong mentality to have.
100%, because the teams that go there and like are like fuck, like, and you can see it, right? You can see it.
I think you can turn that fear into. I think the teams that go, that's the best club in the world. If we beat them, we're the best club in the world.
That's what you got to think. The different. Like, I can give you a great example of it as well. The game before the World Cup, everyone was talking about how every player is probably not going to be giving 100% because they're scared of getting injured for the World Cup.
Right.
So Brentford, who have no World Cup players, went to Man City, beat them 2-1.
Yeah.
Because I bet in the training rooms they're going to be going, fuck, these lads aren't up for it today.
Yeah.
Let's go out. And they went, let's go for it.
Yeah.
But in an actual game, if it was in the middle of the season, they would have been like, fuck, we're at the Etihad. Fucking this is, fuck, we're going to get shat on today, man. Like, you're waking up that way and like, you've lost. As soon as you think that way, you've lost.
Well, yeah, but believing that there is no path to victory, you're basically setting an obstacle in front of you that you can't pass. But basically, even in moments where you think you can win, you'll have so much doubt clouding you that you'll be like, I'm just being delusional.
You have to be deluded, man.
You
have to be deluded. Like, it's like, and
I think there's obviously a level of delusion that's healthy and a level that's not. Like, I think you'd be too delusional.
If you're going for your dreams, are you ever going to be that deluded? Do you think it's too far if you're going for your dreams?
I think you are being delusional for going for. I think everyone that's really pursuing their dreams is delusional.
But I mean, but like, I mean, is it wrong to be that deluded?
No, but there's a balance in life. That's what I'm saying. There's a level of delusion. Like, if I'm so delusional that I'm not working towards it, and I'm still like,
do you have to be too delusional?
I
just feel like we said delusional too much.
What?
We just said the word delusional like 87 times in the last.
But delusional. If you're not doing anything about your dream and still thinking I'm going to be the best fucking whatever you are in the world, that's too far delusional.
Yeah.
But if you're working every day and you're telling yourself, I can be the greatest. Yeah. Some people will say that's too far, that's crazy, you think that's delusional of you, but it's not that far of a delusion.
Yeah, no, I get you. I'm
you know what I mean?
I'm with you. It's fair. I think it's fair. I don't think anything else has even happened except for like the whole world has been Kanye and the World Cup. Elon Musk is going crazy. Yeah, like Elon Musk is like just fucking. I don't know. Do you think he's doing like a good thing? I guess like
I think he is.
yeah. Like I think he's.
I think he's more in the service of the people than any other CEO.
Yeah. Do you see yourself using Twitter down the line?
I don't ever use Twitter much.
I use it for like news sort of thing. Like if I need like podcast.
That's
topics,
funny.
like
You
sort of
said
thing.
news. I thought you said nudes because I was gonna say I use it for nudes.
Yeah, news as well. News is pretty good. Like I don't use it for like like it's not even news because most of it's trash. Like
I
I guess.
don't really care for
But
it.
like I like to see what's going on.
I guess if I'd started on Twitter early on, I think I would have been much more an advocate of it.
I don't use it like as in I don't
Yeah.
like tweet. I don't like fucking engage.
Oh, I do like randomly tweet some things, but just for more of my like weird egotistical archives,
Yeah.
so I can read back the things that I said, or even sometimes not even joking for like I'm going to HR after this. I'm definitely speaking to Terry in HR after this. Just letting you know.
Thanks.
Now I forgot what I was saying. I feel so traumatized. I think I might have to leave.
Damn. I'm sorry for doing that. I'm sorry
No,
for
it's
touching
too
you.
late.
I'm sorry for
It's
touching
too
you.
late. Last night was too far as well.
What happened last night?
Well, while that comedian was like making us both laugh, you did that whole thing where you like,
And then I
reached
did.
for my cock.
I did reach.
Yeah,
I did reach. I thought you didn't notice.
just because I was laughing doesn't
Just
mean
because I gave it a couple tugs.
Yeah, because I was laughing like this. You just put your mouth in that position.
Mm.
Yeah. Anyways,
Shout out to the Perth comedy.
I had shouted to the Comedy Lounge.
Yeah, it's probably one of the better
and all the
places in Perth-
comedians
Perth,
that were
really.
there on the 3rd of December.
I can't remember your names.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to say. All the comedians
I
on
do
3rd of
remember one
December.
because he gave me the card and I remember it.
Yeah,
because that Michael Shafar.
Shafar,
He
yeah.
gave us our card, the magnet card.
Yeah.
So technically, hey, look, your advertising.
That's a
worked
good
on me.
idea. A magnet card.
It worked on me.
A normal card you throw away, but a magnet card, even though you don't need it, you almost want to put the magnet on the fridge.
I always need magnets for my fridge. I always need magnets for my fridge. So when I'm not going to buy magnets for my fridge though.
Thank you, Michael, for the idea because now we're going to get
We're
Scum.
going to give. Oh, yeah,
That could be
100%.
one of our first merch ideas.
I think no, but also, do you know what was like we need we should just get stickers and put stickers places.
But that's what I said ages ago.
Yeah, we should do that. Yeah, we should do that. Get that done.
Because that wouldn't be bad. Because like then we're sticking our shit. We're not handing it out to anyone. And if people just see it,
because I feel worse. I feel worse about handing things out to people.
Same.
Because
But sticking things illegally around the place,
Yeah,
I love that. I mean, we're not going to stick these stickers. We're going to distribute these stickers.
We're not going
to tell people not to stick them in public spots.
Yeah,
but we
allegedly.
can't stop anyone.
Yeah, no,
okay?
we won't do that.
It
because
won't
we're
be
responsible
us.
people.
It's
We're responsible.
100% not me if you see a sticker of ScumCast.
We actually,
somewhere.
funnily enough, only distribute them from Cyprus. So
Cypress Hill, the rap group.
No, but we know that's the only place we touch
Insane
them.
in the membrane.
Is in Cyprus. So any sticker that is stuck in Cyprus, that might be us.
Right.
But anything outside of Cyprus can't possibly be us because we've
Right.
not actually touched any stickers outside of Cyprus. So that's for the lawyers.
Yeah,
they can
do that.
They could use
We
that.
did not stick nothing.
Yeah, we
is
can't.
what
Yeah,
I'm saying.
because like I said, we didn't touch them. We didn't touch them.
I'm not a stickerer. There's a weird trend going around. Have you seen it? The big hat trend?
No, what's the big hat trend?
Shane.
I was gonna say, did you see in America there was this 10-year-old kid that shot his mum?
No, I didn't. But typical America. And NBA players are doing it. Like they're all just wearing like big hats like this now.
Why?
I don't know. It's like a trend.
So who's this? Who's this woman?
I don't know. But I just screenshotted the video, and she was in the video as.
As it was screenshotted.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So what is it? So does it doesn't have any meaning that you have?
No, just big hats. I just thought it was a cool trend. It just looks funny. It looks funny because it's so huge compared to the person. It almost like
Yeah. Okay. And yeah. Okay. So
That's
they look like they're having a big laugh there.
Right.
I was gonna. Yeah. There's this kid in America that he told his mum to buy him an Oculus Rift or like a VR headset.
Yeah.
And she didn't. So he
So we took her to virtual reality. He was like, pow,
yeah,
pow.
he murdered her.
Nice.
And then he went and bought the VR headset, and then he apologized to his grandma for killing mum,
Yeah.
and then in the next sentence he was like, "Do you know if anything came in the post?" Wait, 10-year-old, savage. Wait, honestly, like if you're that kid's going places. If he wasn't a murderer, right?
Well, he finds a way to get things for sure.
Also, as a
and
10-year-old,
finds a way to just fucking get
how
the
do you
dirt
punish
off the
that?
shoulder.
How do you punish that?
You kill him.
Do you reckon?
No, I'm kidding. I don't know. You put him in a mental asylum.
Yeah, because at that point, there's like it's the point where it's like there's no remorse.
Right, which means that he's a psycho.
Because isn't that the thing where it's like apparently the difference, like they can tell, like you can tell pretty easily if.
Well, yeah,
like,
you move on to the next thing. You don't have any guilt for what you did. You just the only reason you apologize is to keep.
I haven't seen
society
many.
happy.
I haven't seen many like murder documentaries because I don't like.
Right.
They're not my. It's not my thing.
That's the one thing that really displeased me was I always had like a really deep guilt from everything, and when I was a lot younger, I for sure have fucked people over in the past. 100% can agree. Even though I felt super guilty about it, I still buried it. But after like a while, I just couldn't do it anymore. And like, that's basically the only thing that keeps me away from being a serial killer, I think.
Yeah, but I think that's normal. I think that's most people, right? Like, I think.
Probably.
Like, a lot of people... Probably guilt is a big reason for a lot of people not becoming one. But like... I'm not like I can I think tell if someone is psychopathic just from watching like interviews. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And when people are putting it on, because apparently the ones that are truly psychopathic are pretty honest and upfront. I'm like, yeah, no, I did it because of this. And
right.
like,
Well, that's where you're not hiding anything. There's no remorse because there's no remorse. You don't feel like it's something you need to hide.
Yeah.
It's like, well, this is such a normal thing. People kill people. You know what? Usually people that are psychopathic, they'll be like, well, people kill people all the time.
Yeah.
There's a war right now going on in fucking Russia and Ukraine.
Why are you wasting time
Why
on
can't
me?
I fucking kill people?
Why are you wasting time on me?
Yeah.
Like, what's going on?
Exactly.
Like, that's a pretty good point, right?
Right.
Say like whoever's at war with whoever.
You're
can just,
basically
like,
saying, okay, so I can't kill random people, but a guy that's from the same town as me, if he goes into the military for about a year or two, he's legally given a gun and told, oh, go
kill a bunch of people.
Kill these people.
Yeah. He's got a good point. Like, that might... I don't know how much it will hold up in court. There's probably some...
Well, if the judge was a real G, he'd understand.
Yeah, true.
Anyways, I think due to my hangover,
yeah,
mostly,
we're going to call it. What's your Sunday Select? I was going to say your Spotify Wrapped, maybe.
Oh,
well,
yeah,
I
Spotify Wrapped.
I can... My...
What should we just talk about? Just our top 5?
I mean, yeah, I'll have to remember mine.
I'll
but,
get it up.
Oh, have you got mine, Ozzy?
Well,
oh, yeah, I sent it to you, right? Yeah. My Sunday Select, though, will be Ben Really Townhouse.
My Sunday Select...
Or any Smino song on the Love for Rent album.
My Sunday Select...
And then we can go through our Spotify Wrapped.
I'm gonna go...
Also, we saw Kendrick this week. Fucking shout out
Kendrick.
Kendrick.
Yeah, shout out to Kendrick and Baby Keem.
Yeah, fucking
amazing
sick.
show. Amazing show. Beautiful stuff.
Yeah, that was awesome.
I'm gonna go with Needed by Brent Faiyaz.
Cool. Yeah, no, that was amazing.
Amazing.
Yeah, like it's a good experience.
Right,
I think like he's the type of person that I'd probably like whenever he went on tour, I'd probably want to go see him.
So Jack's favorite artist from number 1 is JID, then Denzel Curry, Kendrick Lamar, Smino, and Dave. You've listened to 36,442 minutes.
Pretty standard.
Your top genre is rap.
Yep.
Your top songs are Surround Sound number 1, Poppin' number 2, Bin Himmer number 3, Dance Now number 4, and Crack Sandwich number 5.
Three JID, one Yeet, and one what was my third?
Bin Himmer.
Oh, Don Valley. Yeah.
Mine is, as always, number 1.
No, Drake isn't always your number 1, is he?
He has been.
Has he always been? Okay.
Yeah. My number 1, Drake. Number 2, Brent Faiyaz. My number 3 was a weird one because I just listened to this one song.
Why?
Repeat.
But I'm surprised, but like how that's so high though.
Because I would listen to it before I'd go to sleep and it would just be on repeat.
I know, but it's still like
it's on repeat.
No, but I don't.
For 6 hours.
Yeah, but how is that not number 1 song?
Because I still listen to Rolling Stone way more than that.
But then I would think that would be about. That's weird. Yeah, that's still
I
weird.
didn't listen to it every day when I went to sleep. I just listened to it for about a week or 2 while going to sleep.
Yeah, okay.
And then the Brent song I've listened to like every day at least a few times. So Patrick Watson, which his song is my number 2 song, which is Je te laisserai or whatever the fuck, I don't even know. My number 4 artist was Russ, and number 5 was JID. I listened to 44,884 minutes. Top genre was rap.
Did you listen to much Apple Music this year?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah.
I didn't even check because Apple Music, I mostly just listen to like Brent's album and a few different things. I don't really listen to it like I do on Spotify.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
It wouldn't be as
Because I just remember last year you had a lot less Spotify minutes than that.
Yeah, I've been
It was
listening to
split,
Spotify way more. Yeah. So my first song was Rolling Stone. The second one was the French song. Third one is Tomorrow or TMW. Next one was 29 Freestyle, and then 5 was Hey. So
who's Hey by?
Amber Olivier.
Oh yeah, cool, yeah. And TMW Ross?
No, TMW is Avanoy.
Okay.
Avanoir. Sorry, bro. However you say your name. R&B artist that sounds very much like Brent.
Oh yeah, I think have you played it for me?
Yeah,
Yeah,
probably.
thought so. Yeah, I know the one off. Cool.
Anyways, yeah, that's it.
Yeah, peace.
Thanks
out.
for
We're
watching.
Back to
We'll be back.
normal schedule. I'm back now. Peace.
Peace.